Wow, did things really kick off in this book? False Gods of the Horus Heresy series, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Let's get into it. I think my rating of a 4 out of 5 stars is definitely leaning more toward a 4 instead of under, just purely off of enjoyability. It was engaging, it was riveting, it had action, it had everything. The premise of this book is the same as the Horus Heresy, but it really pulls the trigger on it. It is the same post-human world, the same conquest across the galaxy, but we see Horus, one of the Primarchs and major characters in this post-human world, start to fall. There's politics, there's betrayal, philosophy, there's manipulation. So what works? What this book does really well is theme. It treats the fall of one of its major characters as a tragedy and not a twist. It really dives into the deconstruction of myth as the army starts to flail about as they lose their leader. You realize that loyalty between brothers is not moral but vertical. They are loyal to each other because they are loyal to this central figure. It really takes a stance on how much influence and power poets and artists and historians have on a movement in maintaining a myth, and how if they start to not believe that, what they write can have a major and devastating impact, and how that loyalty within an army who are supposedly brothers can quickly collapse when their loyalty is vertical and not moral. Instead, they turn on their own beliefs and are easily manipulated to do something they would have never fathomed a year before. The book also understands that belief systems don't break when you lie to them. They break when you reframe their life with their biggest fears and recontextualize what they believe that they are. I mean, this book also does a great job with POVs. It honestly felt cinematic, jumping back and forth as we see events unfold. The book also does really well with action, with the politics, with the world building. We get to see so much more. We get to see betrayal yet again, and things that still kind of make your jaw drop that you knew were coming, but were still somehow very unexpected to the level at which they come about. Now, what doesn't work? There's a few main weaknesses in this book, the least of them probably being the prose, which again is more functional than anything else. They're effective and clear, but those big emotional moments don't always land at the sentence level. Some of the characters also get pushed to the side, which in general kind of flatten them out. Even with one of the main characters, Horus, when he falls, you understand why and how it's coming to be, yet it does feel a bit rushed. He doesn't really think twice about it. And I understand that this book is just lore for a tabletop game, so I praise it for what it is. It was really good for that, though part of me still wanted more of that emotional turmoil within Horus instead of it just kind of switching so fast. I think the same could be said for a lot of the Astartes as well, though that does make a bit more sense as they are kind of mindlessly following a leader. Now, from a reader experience, it was really engaging. Some of the philosophical topics that it gets into just really got my heart and mind going. It felt like I was watching someone fall into a tragic, inevitable ending, but that fall was less like a villain being born and more like an institution falling to be rebuilt into something we aren't sure of yet. It is unsettling and it is undeniably engaging, though the emotional aspect is not exactly a gut punch. Again, that sentence level craft wasn't there for me. Now, who is this for? If you like extensive world building in your sci-fis, if you like sci-fis that treat power and myth and legend really seriously, and you're okay with ideas carrying more weight than the sentence level prose, this book is absolutely for you. So yeah, that's False Gods of the Horus Heresy. It was an amazing continuation off the setup in the first book. I will be on to the third book. Let me know if you're going to check this one out.